All right. I
It
think
might
it's
be on
auto.
manual.
I don't know.
Alright, I'm gonna just put this on my. I don't want it to show in my pocket
Dude, I tried to spit out my gum, and then it stuck onto my finger,
though.
and now it's all like the fucking like leftover shit.
Damn.
It's fucking sucks.
All right.
It's still there, but it's all good.
All right. This is it.
This is
This is
it.
where we just kick it and then we just
Dang,
relax
dude.
into it.
Yeah, no,
this
I
is
low key
dope.
like I was like nervous before this, right? And
Yeah.
then I took some like ashwagandha pills. And now I'm like super chilled out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some kombucha.
Kombucha.
Yeah, I went to
Nice.
Blind Tiger, got some kombucha for it. Yeah, but like honestly, dude, I was like, I know who to bring, JC, because
Yeah.
it's like pretty much we always work on projects
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
The podcast came into fruition because of like we're just like, yeah, well, fuck it, let's just start a podcast. There's JC.
Sure.
But
Man,
yeah,
the myth.
got your album cover.
Yeah, dude. What's crazy is that this was just shot on like what's it called? Like those Polaroid like Fujifilm.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
just like a disposable
Yeah,
one.
disposable. And
Yeah.
then I just scanned it on a printer and then just cropped it in. And then yeah.
That's pretty dope. You
Yeah,
said you
it's pretty dope.
your friend took photos. Was he using like DSLR or was that also?
Yeah, he was using a DSLR.
Okay,
Yeah, my friend Richard Lee. Holy shit, I almost yeah, Richard. You're
Oh yeah, he's got
you're
the
man,
camera.
You're the
on.
man.
Oh yeah,
you're the
should we
man.
look at the cameras or we should just like?
Oh yeah, should we?
Those might be like just right at it.
We should mic him up too, just
Mic
for
him
like
up. Yeah,
just for some
his
comments.
Yeah.
We'll like ask him questions. Yeah.
Give him this mic right here.
Yeah. Mic test for that behind that.
Yeah.
Dude, this is
the secret. Nothing.
Another. I don't know if I mentioned this when we were talking about the setup was between two ferns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too, but we're in between.
We're just like
friend.
mad awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully it's not too awkward.
Dude, we could do that as a joke. That'd be so
We'll do
funny.
like one.
I'll be
bit.
like the condescending fucking
We should do a
artist
bit just for the
instead.
intro. Like,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
what's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
So you make music, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Oh man. All right, we're using that for the intro.
Yeah. That's it right there.
Hello and welcome back to which camera should I leave him with? So this is new. We're on video now. So hello and welcome back to another episode of Save It for the Podcast. My name is John Barlan. I almost forgot my name, aka Swan. And with me today on this very special episode is Miguel.
Yes,
I don't know
sir.
how to pronounce your last name. Sorry.
Miguel Ulgasan.
Hey,
Ulgasan. But you just call me Miguel.
nice.
Yeah.
AKA Miggo.
Sure. I'm glad to be here. Happy to be here.
So on today's episode, I wanted to bring on Miguel for a very specific reason. He's got a album coming out next week.
Yeah, next Friday.
Yeah, next Friday. And dude, it's dope. I've listened to it, and honestly, ever since I listened to it, I'm like, dude, I can't wait for this drop because I need music to listen to. It's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for showing me early too. I was like,
Oh yeah,
dang,
dude. Yeah, I mean, honestly,
gotta hype it up.
I was itching for it to drop. Like, I wanted to just drop like right now, kind of thing. But like, so I would just show friends and stuff like what they thought about it,
Yeah.
because I just kept listening to it by myself and not showing people, and
Yeah.
so I was just like, I wonder what other people think.
Get
So,
that feedback.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, showed you, showed Jacob, all
Yeah.
of them. Yeah.
What was
it's pretty
cool is
cool.
like when you showed it to me, we had this deep dive conversation about the process behind it, and I was like, wait, this is so perfect for like a podcast setting
Yeah.
or kind of just like this interview setting. And I know you wanted to do like a promo for it before the album came out. You showed me like that Bryson Tiller video.
Yeah.
So hopefully this is a good promo.
Oh,
for,
yeah.
yeah.
That's up.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, I was thinking about dropping this like after.
Oh really?
Yeah, because
okay.
I wanted
cut
to,
that
yeah.
part out right there.
Okay. Yeah.
Cut the promo. This is after the album.
Yeah, after.
So the album's out.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
You're good? No, good.
No, for real though, it's good stuff, man.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate that a lot, bro.
So next Friday is October
23rd.
23rd.
Yeah.
Nice. Is there any reason why specific that day, or kind of just
Um.
lined up?
No, I mean, I was planning on dropping in September.
Oh dang.
Actually, no, it's been delayed like 3 times. Actually,
bro.
so it's supposed to drop like during the summer. But then,
Oh, yeah.
but then I wanted to make it sound like just better, like
Mhm.
overall, and so I had people help me out with that, and like that was a process in itself, just having that finished and
Yeah.
finalized. So that's why it ended up going
Yeah.
from the summer to
You
October
had that
24th.
online summer like EP, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was cool. That was all those songs were made like when I was 16.
Oh wow. So that
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
because of the online classes or anything.
That I mean,
That
it was
was
kind of a play on like what's going on, like this current
okay, but those are
situation.
songs written.
Yeah, yeah. I just wanted
Okay.
to drop those because I had friends telling me like because those songs were on SoundCloud originally,
Okay,
and
nice.
so they just wanted to hear it on Spotify because they didn't want to download SoundCloud again just to listen to it. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, I'll drop it, and they're good. They're good songs. I like them.
Yeah, that's good. But nothing beats this album. Yeah, yo, it's so good. Like honestly,
Yeah, yeah.
like I'm not lying when I like after hearing it and then I started listening to your other stuff. I'm
Mhm.
like, man, like I just want to listen to the album again.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you said you got it pushed back like several times. Like what was the process between like how do you know when it was ready or if it like you wanted to work on it a bit more?
I mean, I would just listen to it by myself. Like, I would listen to it different ways. Like, first would be on Apple headphones, because
Oh, nice.
because that's how I know like most people will listen to music through Apple headphones. And if it sounds good there, I go to my car,
Yeah,
and if
blast
it yeah, and
it.
blast it on there. If it doesn't sound good on the car, then I do it. That's kind of like one of the final parts. And then after that is like a hi-fi studio or a hi-fi speakers that we have
Mm,
at the living
yeah,
room. And so yeah,
nice.
it's like goes through 3 different listening checks
That's
before
good.
I think it's good. So
Nice. It passed
yeah,
all of them.
yeah. I'll pass the album.
Yeah, let us know if you're listening on Apple headphones or in your car or on in a hi-fi studio setting in your living room. Yeah. So so I know some of the songs you had like before you produced yourself, right? Your other work or
No, I mean the other ones I just mixed them myself.
okay.
But then
So
I would the other ones, the old ones, I would just find beats on YouTube.
okay, so this
Literally.
one's a bit more
This one's this
personalized.
one's a bit more personalized for
Yeah,
sure.
can you
For
walk me
sure.
through like I guess how you like that process of like, all right, let me make a beat or let me
Yeah.
get someone else to like produce this and
Yeah, yeah.
just
For
like
sure.
those people connected.
Yeah. Well, like basically I had a friend that I kind of known about like from my city because he used to do music too. His
Yeah.
name's
Where are you
Michael.
from?
I'm from Spring Hill.
Spring
Spring
Hill.
Hill,
Yo,
yeah.
shouts out Spring Hill.
Yep. They go old Spring Hill, Florida. But yeah, I had a friend who did music and he was really like experienced with that. And I knew about him through one of our other close friends. And so basically we just linked up and asked him like if he could help me with kind of just like finalizing the album. And so yeah, we did that. We worked on a song, and I don't know, like it was kind of tough at first because we both record differently. I record very like different like compared to other artists. I think I've told you before, but I used to like record my songs like literally through my
Yeah.
Apple like
When you told me that, I
microphone.
was so surprised because it
Yeah.
sounds so good.
Yeah, like the iPhone microphone. I used to, like I mean some of the songs on there or most of them are pretty much with the iPhone microphone. So like
Even this album.
yeah, even like
Wow.
this album, yeah. And so I wanted to make that sound more professional
Mhm.
or just more like presentable and like on anything.
Right.
And so that's why I had his help because he knew how to do it. But I mean, in terms of just like writing music, writing stuff like that, like I would literally just go in my garage and just like listen to a instrumental or something, just like
Over and over again.
over and over
Yeah.
again, and like I would stay there until like 4 a.m. sometimes, and like it was yeah, and I wouldn't get tired honestly because like it's like fun for me, but like yeah, it's just like kind of digging deep into like my past experiences, my friends' past experiences
yeah.
and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the songs actually are pretty recent, like recently written, like
Mhm.
because I had 4 songs that were already like done, and I was gonna release that as an EP, but then I figured like this project needs a bit more like substance, or not substance, but a foundation, like it needs a beginning, it needs a
Right.
middle, like an interlude, and it needs
Yeah.
an ending. So that's when I kind of had this like creative spark where I just like thought about, oh, what would be the perfect beginning? It would be the
Yeah,
perfect.
exactly.
It would be the perfect intermission
Yeah.
to what the vibe was in the
Imagining
first half.
like that narrative. Yeah, so you were talking about like bringing people in for this experience and
Yeah.
like writing and producing with other people.
Yeah.
This is kind of just like a question from my own like experience as an artist. Like, how do you like get ready for yourself, or how do you prepare yourself to like share that kind of intimate creative process with other people? Because I'm always scared. I'm like, especially when it comes to music, I don't really write music that much, but like when I like write and I have to like share it with someone's like, yo, I wrote this beat, man, like you should write on it. I'm like, all right. And then I feel so vulnerable at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, am I ready to, especially because what I write is very heartfelt, kind of like, you know, I know we talk about personalities, but it's how I express a lot of like internal stuff. So I'm like, all right, damn, he's gonna just think I'm depressed or something like that. You know what I mean? So like, I'm wondering like how was writing this album, because I know this one was a bit more like emotionally driven in terms of like bringing that emotion to the narrative, like you were talking about the 3 acts.
Yeah, no, it's actually something that I like struggled with as an artist for a long time, like kind of just like sharing that part of me, because even like in high school I didn't tell anybody besides our close friends or my close friends that I made music. I literally like I waited until senior year when we were about to graduate to drop like my first like project like to the world, and then fucking admit that I was making music and stuff. So like it took a while for me to even like get that courage to even just share that. But in terms of just like writing personal music and being okay with it, it's just one of those things where like I accepted the fact that that ignoring those kinds of like those feelings that you get is just gonna make it worse.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you confront it and just kind of just like let it happen, like let that like feeling of sadness like happen to you, like for me, like as a person that makes music, I feel like that's like where most of the the good stuff happens. So letting it happen, accepting those kinds of emotions, and just see where that takes you, really. But
nice.
Yeah.
I know we wanted Jake here for this video and this interview.
Shout out Jacob. He's working right now,
Because I know you've written songs with him before, and you guys have like the 3 a.m. at Halo, and you guys are always just like freestyling or rapping together.
Well, he does. He freestyles.
Oh, okay.
I just sit back and listen. I cannot freestyle.
Oh, really?
Life.
Hey, we better have a freestyle session.
All right, I'm out here.
But like, so you guys, I know you wanted Jake on here.
Yeah.
I guess when you were saying working with like your close friends and stuff, like Jake immediately popped into my head and stuff like that. Can you talk about like writing music with him and stuff like that?
Yeah, no, literally like I showed him how I was making music. Like he was one of the first people that I showed my music to, and like I showed him how easy it was to do it because I did it all through this app on my phone, right? Like get the beats on there and like put vocals on there. I showed him how to do that, and so literally like one night he decided to try it out, and like I didn't know he could rap like before that, and so like I was kind of surprised. Yeah, and what's funny is like I would show people that song that we made the first song we made together. And I think he was a feature, and like they all thought he was black. Like he sounded like his voice was dark, it was like deep, super deep in that video. And I was like, nah, dude, he's super Asian. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, me and Jacob kind of like started this thing like pretty much at the same time. Like I've seen how much like he's changed like lyrically and just like in terms of just like skill and like making music, like composition, and like it's crazy, just because like. I've heard his first song and like his most recent song is like a complete difference, and I think now like ever since we started like making music together, I feel like he's been able to like be more open about like certain like personal stuff, because I know like he used to not be comfortable with that and to just like rap about other stuff. But like I feel like I mean, especially with this album, when I showed him this album, like I guess he kind of saw where the value of like being vulnerable and opening up in music, how like where that can take you, and just like how much you'd like that way more, how much you'd like listen to that way more than a song where you just saying that like whatever, that's things that don't really mean anything. So
No, that's awesome. Another person that comes to mind when you're saying is like you said your dad is also a musician.
Oh yeah.
And does he have like some influence on the album or any
Yeah,
work?
dude. I mean, just a lot of the instrumental stuff, like
Okay.
where it's like you really hear like live instruments because like, yeah, dude. Like, I mean, he basically like taught me how to sing, or just taught me like music in general, because he'd have that playing all the time, and plus like, in our house like we literally have a whole like band set, like they
Damn,
had
that's
like
dope.
drums and like guitars and stuff like that, and he would like bring his friends with him who played those instruments, and they'd have a whole like jam session and stuff. So literally like the past year and a half, that's what I would like hear like when I'm over there like from my room, and so yeah, that kind of like style or just vibe like definitely like bled into the album, like the first like 3 songs.
Yeah, if you
But-
just surround yourself with that kind of energy, and I
Yeah.
mean that's gonna affect how you're thinking creatively and stuff like that.
And yeah, and I realized like I used to not listen to music like that, where it was just like traditional, just like guitar, drums and stuff. But like it's completely different feeling that you get listening to it when it's like live. When
Yeah,
it's, like, right
yeah, I
there
love
with you.
live music.
Yeah, so ever since like I would hear my dad playing drums or like just singing live with his band live, that was just like it kind of just opened my eyes to that new like area of music.
Yeah, listening to live music, kind of, if I'm like walking down the street and I pass a bar and like there's like a band playing, I'll like stop and just listen and like hear where each sound is coming from, just to like pinpoint it, because it's just so like awesome that like humans are creating this sound.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean that's just what's great about music. Yeah.
And and then that's one of the things like that I thought about making this album was like, how would it sound live if I were to perform this? Like what kind of energy would it give off to an audience? And so that was a really big part of it. Like I would listen to songs before I like would finalize them. I would listen to them and just see how it would like make me move. If it makes me like bob my head, start jumping up and down like you would at a concert, then I know like it's good. So.
Yeah, there's definitely some bangers on the album.
Oh
especially in the beginning. Like,
yeah. I made sure those ones were like perfect. Or to me. But yeah. The first 2 songs or 3 songs are like will be kind of a surprise, like just like compared to all my other stuff, because it's like different from what I'm used to.
It definitely comes in, like the album just hits hard right in the beginning with, like you said, like you're inviting the listener onto this journey into like Act 1.
Yeah.
And I really got that feeling when I was listening. I was like, all right, where is he taking me? Like there's this adventure kind of emotion to it.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like with the first song, like kind of just it fade, like you hear like a faint kind of sound, like the kind of like repetitive kind of sounds, and then like it fades in and gets louder, and then once the beat drops, it's like door opens, like this whole Pandora world or whatever, you know, my head basically.
Nice.
So yeah, and then after that it's like road trip vibes, so it's like you're in this journey now, so you're beginning this, starting the story.
So I know, so after those like first Act 1 songs, I'm calling it like through the 3 acts of like a narrative, right?
Yeah.
When it gets into that middle part, I know it hits like this kind of like a darker tone, or more like subtle, like okay, now it's getting like emotional, now it's like, now he's vulnerable, like this journey that he's brought us with, he's invited us, and now we're seeing like his vulnerability. You want to just like that's why I love the album so much, because like you weren't afraid to bring it there.
Yeah, so like what my idea was just for the structure is that like literally I had 2, I would say like the first 2 songs are like the only like happy songs in that album. There's generally happy, and so my thinking with that is that like, you know, when you're having like a good time or something like that, or like you're having a lot of fun, like it feels like all the time just like happen fast. And so that was the kind of thing like I wanted to like bring that energy, but then just take it away from you, have you like miss that, and then the eeriness and like the darkness kind of just like starts creeping in. Yeah, that's when reality hits. So yeah, super cool.
Yeah, I think part of like, I can't like pinpoint what my favorite part of the album is, because overall it's just so good, because like from going there, you bring it even further to like the point where I forget the titles of the songs, but like there's the emotion of especially that one song with the voicemail at the end, and like, you know, like just there's like closure, but then there's not, because
Yeah.
it brings it to like another closure song. Like I know you're talking
Yeah.
about, I was gonna make this song the ending, but then I didn't want it to end like that, because there's like even more to the story that you wanted to add to it. That happened like as you were writing the album, right?
Yeah, or literally like I thought the album was finished after that second to last song, but then I would just like listen to the album fully, and then I realized like, like it just needs like an actual closure, because the other one was just kind of left you hanging. And so with my last song, Toxic Together, it kind of like it kind of tries to tell a story of like, hey, like I shouldn't even like think about you right now. I shouldn't even like care about what you're doing or how you're feeling. But like we've had this like this connection for so long, or like we've like I have such like respect for you that whatever problem you have, like just come to me. Stuff like that. And so like I feel like that's the sort of ending I wanted for something, for like a album that's really about like heartbreak, but at the same time still like loving them at the same time,
Right.
regardless of like whatever happened. So
Dang. Oh man, emotional.
Oh man, it's deep. It's getting deep.
Yeah. I'm hoping that song wasn't in our mics. That bass. Yeah. I was like, dang, I forgot we're like there's other studios around here.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully that's good. But yeah. Let's take a quick break.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on a break now.
All right.
The power of editing. All right, welcome back. We're here in the studio, Save It for the Podcast studio. As you can see, beautiful, beautiful setting.
Signature plants for the Save It for the Podcast.
This couldn't have been done without all your donations.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Dad. But yeah, I'm here with Miguel.
Sir.
We're back, and as you can see, we have this beautiful album cover for Chasing Something, out now. You know, great album, out on Spotify, Apple Music,
everywhere.
Wherever you listen
TikTok,
to music.
like Instagram, Lyric, whatever.
Yeah,
all
follow
that,
his Instagram. Yo, plug your socials real quick. Go ahead.
You know, it's Champagne Poppy. No, okay. Okay. No, it's you, Miggo. You, letter U, and then Miggo. That's it.
Nice.
Simple.
Any like inspiration behind the name Miggo? 'Cause that's your artist name, right?
Yeah. My parents nicknamed me Miko with a K.
Okay.
Okay, and then like I would try to explain, or I would tell my friends at school like it's my nickname is Miko, but then they forget the K and then they started just calling me Migo because of Migos.
Yeah.
And I just remember like I would play basketball at gym like with these like basketball players and stuff in the team, and like they just like would call me, hey Migos, hey Migos.
Hey Miggo.
Yeah, and like that's literally since then like I just ran with that.
Nice. So that's been your music name for now.
Yeah. Music and just like friends like who I'm like close with, like they just call me that.
I know when I met you, I wasn't sure because I think you introduced yourself as Miggo. So I'm like, okay, I guess that's his name. And then I just always called you Miggo, but then like no one calls you Miggo sometimes. So I'm like, dang, do I say Miguel or Miggo?
No,
I just say like your name's like Miggo on my phone and
no, I don't really I friggin' answer to both.
Okay,
so
nice.
like it's whatever people feel comfortable with. So I guess some people don't like calling me Miggo and just call me Miguel. I mean, it's fun.
Cause like I wasn't sure if it's like your artist name or just actually your
It's
nickname.
actually
You know what I mean?
So
like I guess some people call me Swan actually.
Oh really?
Yeah, but I guess that's because I just force it.
Force it.
Yeah.
Call me Swan.
Because I think it was like when like most of the USF people call me Swan, but I don't think they address me. They if they're like referring to me, they'll say Swan.
Swan.
Yeah.
Dope.
AKA Swan. That's me.
Yeah. I want to get to the point where like that's what people like know me as.
Migo?
Just Migo. Yeah.
It's starting.
It's starting. Low
with
key,
this album, man.
Low key. Like yeah, bro. Shout out to my older sister, by the way, for taking that.
This picture.
Super dope.
Yeah.
She's
Where is that?
My photographer. It's like at a top of a parking lot in downtown Tampa.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I knew you were talking about how this album had very like nighttime city vibes, and for that specific reason, because you moved to Tampa, right? Like recently.
Yeah.
Just walk us through that journey of like coming from Spring Hill, and then coming to like a more city-like area, and then kind of just that affecting how you write.
Yeah, for sure. I would say like with my songs before, like when I used to live there, they were very like simple, kind of basic. You know, like I don't know. Yeah, it was just like this. I had a specific sound, and it didn't really go out of its like comfort zone, kind of thing. And then once I came here, I was introduced to a bunch of stuff, just going to like the city, like going to Ybor, like hearing different things, going to concerts, stuff like that, and just like taking all those elements and just new sounds, and that really inspired me to like really just like go out of my element and like incorporate all these new things.
Right, just explore.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, like since I live in Tampa, I would drive home a lot, like just go back and forth. Yeah.
How far is that drive?
It's an hour.
Dang.
At most, but you know, for me like 40 minutes, like. You know what I mean? But no, I would drive at nighttime a lot, and so like, I don't know. I for me like there's like a specific kind of music that you listen to like at nighttime. Yeah. So like I would always like listen to that kind of music, and so that kind of bled into like my project as well, because I feel like a lot of these songs like is that type of like energy.
Yeah, I can hear it too when I was listening to it. I was glad we listened to it at night too, because I drove home after. I'm like, damn, like I wish I had the album to listen to on my way back home, because like it was so nice. And I know what you mean with like the drive home at night type of feel, because like I'm still in Tampa, but like commuting from home, and usually we stay at USF super late. Yeah, you know, just chilling. And like, damn, that bass is nice.
Oh my goodness, they're having a party over there, bro.
Like driving home, especially like late at night on the highway, especially with like the lights just going forth or going like through your window and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll listen to like Jaden Smith, like 90, Lost Boy, or like Tyler Creator, like Frank Ocean type of vibes. Yeah, I'm like, damn, this is like, that's the vibe, and I get that from your album, especially listening to it. The emotions, like I usually kind of like feel colors when I'm listening to like music, and like especially like seeing the visuals of like a nighttime like cityscape, especially with the album cover. You know, you have like a lot of hues of purple and like dark blue. Yeah. And like that just like complements so well with the like the narrative of the album. So like,
yeah, man.
Good stuff, man. Welcome to Tampa.
Hey, I'm happy
city life.
Happy to be here, man.
Even though our city's not too big, but like it's still like a huge change.
Yeah, man. Especially with like where I'm from, because like it's very conservative in a way, and like just like going out of whatever is the norm over there, like is like they'll think you're like weird or whatever. Right. So in high school, like I would kind of just try to like fit in, and even though I was in the music and art and all this different stuff that I would see on the internet, right? Nobody else that I knew of really was into the same things, and so yeah, like once I moved here, I met all these like people who were into the same thing I was. Like for example, like you, or like people that I met in the city who like fashion and stuff like that. Like it's kind of like it's been super cool like meeting people that were like me. Yeah.
It's super comforting too. Yeah, it's like, all right, nice. There's like other people with this type of energy, this type of vision.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like of course like no hate to like the other people like from your home, you know.
I still love some of you guys. But for real though. I'll get it.
Yeah. No, I feel that, because so like I've like lived in Tampa and like Brandon area like all my life, but then like growing up and not really, like what you said, like trying to fit in, not really finding like a place that kind of like really just matches your vibe. It was always like other cities or other people like not here. Yeah. And so then like realizing that there are just people out there like here, especially for like me being like home, it was like super comforting and super like it made me feel more comfortable to just like do what I want to do without having to worry about where it would lead in terms of like my friend groups or everything, because I know everything just lined up.
Yeah, for sure. Because I feel like a lot of people here are more I guess like bold to like try something that might not work out, but that it's just the fact of trying it out is like what's the main point. Yeah. And so yeah,
I think a part of it too is that like you being bold enough to do it on your own, and then you kind of notice who else is like I don't know if it's like artists like they just like perk up when like you know like, oh, you're on a project, yo, like we should collab.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
of course that there's like a healthy balance between that. But I know like when you told me like, oh, I make music and stuff like that, and like especially with this album, when you're like, yo, I've been thinking about doing like video stuff, and I kind of like played my hand. I was like, yo, like we should do a video, like, because I wanted to get more experience with like video setups, doing this type of thing. Because I've had like the podcast for less than a year now, but like I feel like it's grown so much just because of how many people have like been engaging with it.
Yeah.
Especially people who are down to collaborate like this.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, I am an introvert, so like I suck at like expressing myself, but like for some reason it just comes naturally in this kind of setting.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Like I'm also an introvert, and so like it's like naturally, inherently, it's like hard for me to even like share like passions of mine, right? And so like when I came here and like, or like even just like telling people that I made music, like it was like, oh, is he gonna make fun of me for like making music? If I show him this song, like will he make fun of like whatever? So like when I came here, it was just different because it's very like accepting. It's like very like, oh, like wow, like cool, like I make music too, or like, oh, I make videos, like we should collaborate, stuff like that. Everyone's just like down to just like work together, just creatively, and just like put minds together.
This is that content creation.
Yeah, exactly, and like and there's gonna be some people who are gonna like push that even further, who have like, you know, like bigger visions for things like that. And so I hope like after this, like this just keeps going up, like for you and your podcast.
Oh,
and
thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, shouts out
sure,
to all our
JC.
listeners.
Yeah, man.
Now our watchers too.
Yeah, man. Now to watch it, dude.
Not for sure, but this honestly, I mean, couldn't happen without you just like being down and you know, like you said, putting these creative minds together. Because I know because like I was so down when we both kind of were like, all right, let's make a video, and I already knew exactly what kind of vision you had for it, because like your taste in like music, your taste in fashion, and your taste in just in like video and stuff like that, and all the references you showed me, I'm like, oh dude, like we're on the same page like already. And so it was like pretty dope to see, and hopefully it's a good video.
Right, JC?
Let us know. But yeah, and I think a part of it is like just having that initial conversation where we're just like super chill, super lounge like vibe, and nothing too professional, because like I mean we can I like to take myself seriously, but like not too much, because then it just like you know,
it kind of loses its
authenticity.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
that's why like when I first recorded in a studio, I hated it. It was so uncomfortable, because like I mean, first of all, I didn't have like I came in by myself, and then there was this like guy with his whole clique that I've never like met ever. Like it was just uncomfortable for me.
That's intimidating.
It was super intimidating, just because I've never like had to record in something like that, and like I don't know, I feel like I did bad just like performing wise like that day, just because I was just like so uncomfortable, like I just not like.
It's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, exactly. Like I couldn't go into like my own world like how I usually am, like recording.
So do you record? So like going forward, are any of the songs on this one recorded with another person?
Yeah, actually the person that helped me like mix all of it, Michael.
Okay.
He has like a home studio, and so we actually recorded one of the songs on this, like through his whole setup. But then we ended up using my old vocals just because I liked them more.
Okay, nice.
I don't know. I'm
got
just
the final say.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'm just so used to like how my vocals sound like on like how I record that. Like, if I hear it differently, I don't know. It just turns like I just end up hating it. But maybe it's just something I need to get used to.
It sounds good though, for sure. Because like I said earlier, like when you told me you just record on your phone, I'm like, dang, that sounds wild. Because like this is the way it's like layered, and it's not just one track, or it's not just your voice. It's really like a sound. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but
I used to like be embarrassed even like telling people that, because like it's like so like you record on your phone, like what kind of artist are you or whatever, right? But then when I would talk to people who have been in the game for like so long, it's like, dude, like telling people you recorded this whole album on a phone, like that's a flex. If anything, because this sounds to them like it sounds better than a lot of people who like record in a studio and like pay all this money to make it sound like whatever. So Yeah. So now I'm like, I don't know, more like open with that. But yeah.
Especially, I was thinking with the recording. If I'm like saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean, you're part of the podcast too, right?
I don't want like so focused on my like. I'm like flush.
Shouts out to JC Reno behind the camera.
JC Reno, yeah. Got a stage name.
Yes, sir.
It's not. It's just some bullshit. I used to work with Joe Remo. I used to go back there all the time because I was working on. He's a professional sound engineer.
Oh, okay.
So he works in the studio and he's recording people. And the way it looks is like, it's so hard because he's like, it's like 30 minutes. You got an hour. You paid, and they're like, okay, get this out. If it doesn't go, they like, it's like, hey, that didn't work. And then they go, all right, do it again, like really fast, like immediately. Not like, oh, collect yourself. It's like, all right, I know you're paying. Like they're collaborative, and there's like a bunch of people in the studio, and like
everyone's
hearing you.
Yes,
yeah, that's
dude.
another thing.
That's oh my gosh, that's so nerve-wracking. Like
I feel so bad for the people.
yeah, man, and like at the end of the day, for like the engineers or whoever's like working that studio, it's like a business for them. So
yeah,
like,
exactly.
they have like time that they have to like pay attention to. They're not gonna worry. They're not gonna like worry about like like taking a 5-minute break. Or
they're chasing the money.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for the most part, like they're just trying to like get as many sessions as they can.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
There's something special about that feel of just like I'm at home, I'm doing it myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, and working with your homies to just.
Yeah, dude.
JC helped produce a album from a closet.
Yeah, that was
really?
fun.
Wow.
Yeah, our friend made an album.
That was the other friend that we interviewed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He
Cool.
recorded it all in his mom's closet.
We were just two dudes in the closet.
Oh, wow.
It became a joke. We're like, all right, we're two dudes coming out of the closet.
Before he came out of the closet.
Yeah.
That's funny.
2 days.
But yeah, something about that, just like do it yourself,
Mhm.
grassroots kind of thing. Yeah, something special about it. Because then it becomes like your baby, kind of like your
Yeah.
project. Like, all right, like,
Yeah.
I've worked, I put time in this.
Yeah,
And
and it's easier to connect it with like just like personal life.
Yeah.
Because you're already in that environment where you feel the most comfortable.
Yeah. It's definitely inspiring too, because when I see as a filmmaker, as an aspiring filmmaker, like
Fair.
seeing people do films from home
Mm.
and actually being good, it's like, okay, I don't have to worry about having the right equipment, having the right camera, the right money for it,
Mm-hmm.
because like it kind of reaffirms that like if you have that vision, if you have that talent and the eye for it, you can really just make a film like with your phone, really.
Yeah.
And say the same thing with like you and the music, like all you needed was your phone and your talent like carried
Yeah.
everything else, man. Good shit.
Yeah, I mean, end of the day, like my lesson for you guys is like if I like literally just try it. Like no matter how you want to do it or how you have to do it. I was too broke at the time to buy a microphone, and I haven't looked back since. So
Nice.
I still don't use a microphone. And
Hey,
still,
everyone
keep
donate
going.
to Miguel. We're gonna get him
Miguel
some
Foundation.
equipment. This is where we show on the
Bro.
podcast.
Please,
Yeah.
I'm a struggling artist. Please,
His
I need
PayPal.
A...
Check it out his
My
Venmo.
Cash App right
yeah,
here.
okay.
Cash App.
Hey,
right there.
editor, just put
Alright,
everything
yeah,
on screen
yeah,
right
there.
here.
All right, thank you, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
Actually, this is linked to his Venmo. We'll just, yeah.
Scan the QR code on
Yeah.
the corner. Yeah, you got it, you got it.
There's a QR code on your album cover. Yeah. That's honestly like, hey, tips are appreciated. That's some next
Oh
level
my
stuff.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my, do you guys know Cody Ko?
Yeah.
Like his podcast?
Yeah.
Dude, I was listening to it earlier, and he was talking about like imagine like having a song and then just an ad just pops in the middle of the song. It's like
That's hilarious.
yeah, I'm done it. All right,
Shouts out to Cash
Shout
App.
out to Cash App. Shout out to bro. I might
The
just
song
do-
is
yeah.
sponsored by.
The song is sponsored by
Yeah.
Amazon.
Speaking
Yeah.
of sponsors, this podcast has been sponsored by our Discord,
Yeah.
our Midnight Lantern Discord. Link down below on the description. This is gonna be on YouTube, probably.
Wait,
Maybe
actually?
Instagram TV. Nah, we just have a Discord.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
If you want to
Cool.
join, if you want to ask questions to Miguel, you can ask him in our Discord, or you can ask him directly on his Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You on Facebook? I don't know.
No, don't add me on
Yeah, no,
Facebook,
no,
please
that's
don't add
all
me.
politics.
That's where my parents
Yeah.
put the worst pictures and like yeah, just don't add me. Don't look at me.
So speaking of social media, like I know you have some plans, or like I know what's his face? Fuck. What's Raul's brother's name?
Marco?
Marco. All right, let's redo that. Speaking of
He was supposed to be here today to be
Oh,
the
really?
cameraman.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah.
Damn, hey,
But he
fuck
got-
you, Marco.
Yeah. But he decided to go to AAU practice because ball is
Bro,
life, right?
I guess ball's life. Hey, shout out to Marco. But
Shout
I
out
know he
Marco.
was talking about like putting you out there on TikTok.
Yeah.
Because he's TikTok famous apparently.
He's TikTok famous, man.
Damn,
I mean,
that's crazy.
Relationships really pop off there. I
yeah,
guess,
that's the vibe. That's why I'm off it. Makes me sad.
Low key, yeah. Same.
But like, I know when he was talking about it, when we were listening to the album, like, I could imagine it too. We're like, damn, this is like a good TikTok song because you have like that vibe of like nighttime, and or even just like maybe not like the sad vibes, like even the first song with like the
first song, with the beat drop,
yeah, the build up. I'm like, damn, this is like a good skate TikTok that I can do and like show like the city life of like us skating. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, no, honestly, I made this album for people to woe to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's really it. But
can I ask you a question? Actually?
Yeah. What's up?
With the music, with this album, and I'm sure like your whole career with music specifically, what is your kind of ultimate goal?
My ultimate goal?
Like, what is your spiritual drive for pushing yourself to be better and try to make music that people will listen to and not just some vapid bullshit that people will listen to and drop or dance to on TikTok for a second?
I mean, like,
for a second.
Honestly, like, I started making music because I started not liking a lot of music that was out, right? So like, I made music that I liked. I don't know, like that. Yeah, it sounds stupid, but like,
no, that's good.
But like, I mean,
that's enough motivation.
Yeah, exactly. It's my rebellion against society. No, but like ultimately, like at the end of the day, I want to create things that I'm proud of, and that like people will like respect me for or appreciate it for, and like people that like listen to those songs and like I don't know, like want to feel happy, sad, and like connect with them. So cause really like I don't know, I grew up not having a lot of friends, and right, so like so I'm using this to kind of just like connect with other people.
Nice.
So yeah, really.
Dude, mad love.
Yeah. Connect with the whole.
I definitely connected.
You connected.
Yeah. Even just like, I know I mentioned this to you before. The song "Proud of You," that's like my favorite song. Early on, I was like, "Damn, this is such a good song," and it's not even one of your most played. I was like, "Damn, it's underrated, bro."
I made that song for my mom. I mean, obviously, because like it's about moms. But shout out moms. But like
shout out some moms.
But it's actually a Frank Ocean cover. He had a song that he dropped on his Tumblr. Yeah. Like back in like 2014, 2015, and like he never dropped it like officially. So like literally, I don't think anybody really like knows about it, and I found out about it like through like the wormhole of the internet,
music forums and stuff like that.
Yeah, and stuff like that. Yeah, and I just really liked the lyrics of the song, and especially like with the first verse and stuff like that. So I wanted to like do a rendition of it. Yeah. More like modern, just because like his original version is a lot more like gospel kind of vibes. Okay, yeah. And so yeah, with my version, I just wanted to like have that song still be out there, not people like forget it. And like, I credit like Frank's
genius.
Yeah, genius to like entirely. So which is why I wanted to just like revive it.
I think that's one thing I liked about a lot of your music out like on SoundCloud and stuff like that early on was you weren't afraid to just do a cover, but like in your own style. Like I know you did a Jaden song too on that one album.
Oh yeah. A lot of people thought that I was like just trying to rip him off. No. I'm like, bro, like Jaden's like one of my idols.
Because like at the same time, it kind of refines your vibe that you're going for, and then like I can tell, like the rendition and the cover isn't just like, oh, I'm covering it. Like it's like to another kind of like
it's just
like music way, too.
Like how I kind of listen to it, and like my perspective.
Yeah, because everything hit in the same vein of like that emotion that like the original song was, but like I like how you personalized it. So that's good stuff, man.
I appreciate it.
Long time listener here.
Man, I got a day one here.
So yeah, it's crazy. Like this has been like what number project? Like 4.
I mean, 3? Technically second. I had other ones in the past, but like I don't count them just because they were like testing out stuff, like experimental.
But I can tell like you really refined it because this isn't just like your first like, all right, let me like put something out. Like you really worked on this one and took elements from like what you've learned in terms of like what you like with the whole recording process and also just like that vibe and stuff. So yeah,
it was a whole.
Can I ask another question?
Yeah, go ahead.
When you, I'm sorry.
Hopefully you're getting picked up. Maybe Maybe you should hold this every time you ask a question, and then we'll put it back and cut the cameras.
What when you call Frank Ocean genius, what are you talking about? What do you mean by that?
Okay.
Thank you.
I could go
audience.
all day about Frank, but like, do you notice how when you listen to him, like he has like he switches flows almost like so fluidly you don't even really realize it because it goes so well with the song. That's what's so genius to me, just because I've never heard someone like that before, and plus like with his lyrics, like surface level, it doesn't make sense because he says random stuff sometimes, and then like you hear it's like even like what I can't really think about one right now on the spot, but like if you listen to him, like especially with Blonde, there's a lot of like random things that he says, and then you kind of like listen back to it and kind of just listen to like the collectively what the song is about, and like it completely makes sense. So yeah, to me like his songwriting is like top notch. Like that's what I aspire to like get to that point. That's why I think he's a genius. Songwriting wise, like that's up there.
For me, it's like the way he's like the sound of his voice when he sings.
Yeah.
Added on with like the sounds of the song and like the music, it's like so unique. And the way like he fills in certain gaps in the music with his voice. I mean, any singer really, but like Frank really just like matches his whole vibe. Especially when he collabs with like one of my favorite artists, Tyler the Creator, like Pink and White with like the piano chords that Tyler.
That was Tyler.
Yeah, I could when that album dropped, I was like, dude, this sounds so much like Tyler. Then I found out that he produced it. I'm like, dude, no wonder, man. Yeah. Because like it has like the whole signature of Tyler's like piano chords. It sounds like his like Flower Boy album when he does like a lot of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love
That's
Tyler.
dope. Yeah, Tyler's super dope. I mean, like I've listened to him since Wolf.
Yeah.
Wolf is probably still my favorite album from him, just because like I don't know, that's what I grew up with. But like I don't know, just seeing how much he's changed as a musician, just like his sound, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, like to me, like he's one of those people who could try whatever like he wants to do, and it'll work
I'm hoping
out.
he puts out a rock album.
A rock album? I mean, he kind of did with Cherry Bomb, right?
I know like a lot of rappers really like rock music and they just want to be like rock stars, like Kid Cudi. Because I'm a big like listener on rock music, so I'm like, man, like if Tyler put out a rock album, that would like my life would be complete in terms of just listening to music. He has like all the vibes. Yeah, even Jaden has like some rock vibes.
Oh, dude, yeah, like even like with his new album is really, I don't even know how to describe it. Like kind of like,
yeah, it's like super like 70s rock, like upbeat.
70s rock, yeah.
And then with like the modern twist of like how like, dude, that song with Justin Bieber is like modern, but like also like super pop. But then like with a little bit of like Beatles kind of.
Yeah, I got a lot of like Beatles vibes from him.
Yeah.
Just because I think like I saw something like on YouTube, like his girlfriend who he wrote that with, or was the muse of that album, like put him on the Beatles songs.
Yeah.
So yeah, super cool. But yeah, man, like Jaden, Tyler, Frank. Maybe not Tyler as much as like Frank or Jaden, but like definitely like Frank and Jaden.
Those are your inspirations.
Yeah, those are like my muses early on. And still are.
I know you have a Spotify playlist curated called Muse. And you have like Bryson Tiller in there. You got
God dang, he's done his research.
You got Jaden in there. You got you even have like some bangers like there's like Lil Uzi and stuff like that.
Lil Uzi, yeah.
There's a lot of rap songs in there with a mix of like that type of like R&B type singing.
Just because like I listen to like rap music too, and like that also played like a big part in just how I deliver my songs and stuff. But nowadays like I don't really listen to rap that much. Probably the only person I still listen to is like Cardi, because like I don't know, something about just like the redundance of his songs is just like addicting. Yeah. I don't know, but
there's definitely a dopamine in there.
Yeah, there's dopamine. I think it is that like a dopamine release. Yeah, but I mean with in terms of like the other songs in that album, it was all like songs that because I made that playlist to kind of like put you through like the day. So like the beginning of the playlist is like morning. I wanted that to be like morning.
Yeah.
Oh, and plus I made that playlist while I was working at Whole Foods. I would wake up at 6 a.m. and I needed music that fit that mood, right? At 6 a.m. I would be pissed because I'd have to go to work
Yeah.
and work till like 2 or 3.
Jeez.
So like I wanted a playlist that was like kind of like a song in the beginning that would be calming, but also like not entirely boring where I would fall asleep. And so literally that playlist like kind of is what personally like to me like put me through the whole day. It's just like from morning to daytime to nighttime, and that's why like all the rap songs are like nighttime, just because, or like beginning of nighttime, because it's like night scene kind of thing, and then it dwindles down to when you're like about to fall asleep, stuff like that. But,
yeah, pretty dope. And I was like, I checked the playlist out just to see like, all right, let's see what he listens to and like kind of get where he gets like his inspiration. And one thing I want to ask is like, you said your dad is pretty much the reason why you got into music and stuff like that, or like growing up you were like into music. As far as like instrument wise, like, or like what's your music background?
My music background?
Yeah, like,
I mean, literally like I didn't end up like learning any instruments. All it was singing.
Nice.
Yeah, just because my dad sang.
So yeah, music background.
Yeah, so like back in the Philippines, like my dad had a band, and so like he would sing all the time at home and like practice and stuff with like for like performances and stuff. Yeah, he was a singer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so like I mean that's kind of what led me to here. I guess it's just like a family thing. Like even my grandpa like sang, and he was like a really good singer too. But he was like into like swing music, like Frank Sinatra kind of thing.
Oh yeah. Nice.
And so my dad took that too. He sings that, but then he put like Beatles and like rock into that. And then me, I'm like kind of taking like Frank Sinatra kind of songs, like rock songs, but then today's music. And so yeah, that's kind of been how it is. Like just hearing these types of songs like at home, just hearing like my dad singing all the time, and like just music constantly being played. Like yeah, that's kind of just what led me to love music as much as I do now.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely have like this certain tone or like vibe when you sing, and it like really matches like the music that you fit. Because I know like singing can be like difficult if you don't find that right song that fits, especially like this is coming from my experience of like what song do I pick at karaoke, like so this isn't as big as like writing a song. It's like, well, I can't really sing that well, but if I pick a good song I will sound really good. And so like going with that, like your music, you already knew like that style and you've refined it like from what you're saying, and it's like damn, like it really fits. Yeah,
it's really finding like because like not everybody has Whitney Houston, Beyonce vocal cords. Like you gotta kind of find like your range and just kind of like work with that. And so like through my years of like just like practicing singing at home, like I found that range where I'm like the pocket that I'm in, and just kind of just like working around that.
Nice, that was good.
Yeah, and like literally like my dad has a higher, like he could reach higher voice, like a higher tone than me, which is like crazy because like he's like a grown man. But like yeah, he could hit that, and I still like he tells me all the time like work on your like falsettos and like work on like the higher pitches, because those go a long way, like being able to hit those. So yeah, still a work in progress, but I hope you guys enjoy my my voice.
It's so good, dude. On the album, I told you this before, but like every time we listen to it, because we listened to it like twice during that session, right? And the song would play, and then as soon as Miguel goes in, like something about that first note, I was like, damn, this hits like so hard. And I was already expecting it the second time, but it still like hit that, damn, like gave me shivers.
Yeah,
chills, bro.
Like when I write,
so good.
When I write like these songs, like I want to make sure like the first note, like the first line and the last line are like like memorable.
Yeah.
I don't want to just come in like, oh, this guy.
No, it definitely like hooked me, and it like really just captures your attention, because like, oh shit, like I don't know, something about, especially that one song you wrote with your friend,
Always and Forever.
Yeah, that one.
Pearls.
When you come in on that that like last verse.
Yeah.
Like I know you're coming in because like you haven't gone in yet. So I was like, all right, he's coming in, and like he's gonna do a verse. And then that first note, I'm like, damn, like okay, I didn't know he was gonna come in like that. Like shit, dude, that was so good. But yeah, like yeah, I have like one last question.
Yeah.
So this process has been all of what, like 1 year?
Yeah, 1 year.
So
and a
1
year
year,
now.
and you had battles with like writing it, the process, and also just like even delays and trying to figure out,
Yeah.
what the release.
Like I even had a rap album before this, but
Oh
then I
yeah.
completely scrapped that just because I ended up just like not liking it,
Mhm.
like towards the end.
So like,
Um,
yeah, with that back and forth process and just juggling with it,
Yeah.
what can you say that you've really overcome or like grown as like a person for like putting this project out?
Oof. I mean, what I've grown to like, or what I've learned from this is that like, uh, I guess people gravitate towards things that sound good, and what I know, my shit sounds good,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and so like I need to stop kind of being like uh shy about it
Hmm.
because like that's not gonna get me anywhere with this, and I don't know. I've grown to accept like this part of me
Hmm.
because I used to be like
Yeah.
I used to like not tell people this
Yeah.
back then, and I'm slowly like just being able to like or just knowing that there's people out there that are like on the same page as I
Mhm.
am.
You're like really
Super
owning
cool.
it.
Yeah,
Too.
it's really it's really owning it. Because this is honestly like this is what I'm really about, like music, like that's
Yeah.
whatever you thought about me like back then,
Yeah.
that was a facade.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Plot twist.
Yeah.
NFP.
Oh yeah. What's your personality type?
Oh, INFJ.
Uh,
Yeah. Really? That's rare.
Because with NF, normally you won't be judging, but then, yeah, but we don't have to dive into that.
We can dive into it, bro. We really
Because
could,
I am
bro.
INFP and JC is INTP.
INTP.
So I internalize everything I think and feel,
Yeah.
and then I only express it in like very like introverted moments, like a podcast, because it's
Yeah.
just us.
Yeah.
But then in public, I'm just like a whole different person. People think I'm extroverted, so.
Yeah.
But maybe I just flex it enough.
Yeah, I like you live with being like an introvert so long you kind of get like
Yeah, you gotta survive
learn,
somehow.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to like do it. You get used to it.
It's good to know that you're also like INF, because then it just makes sense why like a lot of like what you're saying, like you have a good awareness of other people's sacred world or like how they think internally, because that's how we think. So then like it's interesting to me because it's like your album is just your way of like expressing like that invitation, like you always said, because you're aware of your own internal world and being aware of it enough to like, hey, I'm letting you be aware of it versus other people who don't even think twice about it. And for me, like, not to make this about me, but like personally, like having you on the podcast is like my way of like inviting you to my world of like, this is kind of what I do and this is how I express my internal thoughts and emotions. And honestly, it's been great to have someone else other than JC to like bounce off of with, But yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's super dope. Like, I don't know, I want to do more of this. Stuff
Yeah,
like this.
hey,
Yeah, it's super cool.
episode 2.
Episode
We might as well just
2?
start a new series, bro. Hey, catch our new YouTube channel. Yeah, it's just gonna be shit. And like, I actually never mind. But yeah, that's it for me. Like, anything else you wanted to touch on or like talk about?
Oh yeah. So there's gonna be. Wait, this is gonna be after.
The Vanity Project, right?
Oh.
That too?
Okay.
There's another thing?
Okay, so me and my good friend Jacob, we've been doing music for a while, and I remember since the very like early beginning, like he always talked about like having a record label.
Yeah.
And I wanted to push that further. I wanted to actually like make that a thing, by actually like starting it, and it didn't take. It took a while until now to actually like take that seriously. And so like right now, like it's a vanity project called Carte Blanche Records, and basically that means it means like if basically it means do what you love and love what you do, or just like just having the creative freedom to do what you want and being proud of it.
The artistic freedom.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
And yeah, so we wanted to push that message, and we want to push that further. So we're actually signing artists. No, I'm kidding. We're not signing
Yeah.
artists.
Hey, send your applications.
No, not yet. But yeah, it's gonna be a new creative project that we'll
Nice.
work on in the future.
Nice.
Yeah, and you'll see some.
Do you have the album?
Oh,
the record there?
Hold on.
So
I'll show it.
Carte blank.
Carte blank.
Carte blank.
Yeah.
Carte blanche.
We got Carte blanche.
It's Latin, right?
Yeah, it's Latin.
Nice.
But
Carte blank.
this is
Oh.
well, basically Carte blank records. All right. This is just the beginning.
Stay tuned.
We'll see.
So that's the vanity project.
That's
that
the
you
vanity
guys are working on.
project.
Nice.
Yeah. Super excited about it.
Anything else you're working on?
I mean, right now I'm just focused on this release.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
once that's over,
And it's like set, right? It's already.
yeah, it's all set.
I mean, it's
coming
out already, man. What are we
Oh
talking about?
yeah, it's already out. Yeah, I hope you guys
Yeah.
like it and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, on
That's
the
good, though.
23rd. Yeah, but
I'm excited.
dude, I'm just like excited for people to actually like listen to it and stuff. Just seeing the feedback and stuff, super cool. But
Nice.
yeah. And another thing is like I hope like people like accept this part about me. I don't know, like you know, I came from, you know, not even like being too scared to even show people a song.
Yeah.
And the fact that I'm showing this whole project
Yeah.
which is about so many like different things about like my life. Like I hope like people listen to it and like know a little bit more about me and how I actually am as
Yeah,
a
and just
person.
being open to it, even putting this out on video and like
Yeah.
podcast and
Yeah.
interview, like
Yeah.
that's pretty, that's pretty good
Yeah.
expression.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Excited.
thank you for letting me
Yeah,
be part
man.
of it, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, thanks for doing this. I honestly wouldn't have thought about doing it with anyone else. So
Hey,
for sure.
mad love, bro.
Appreciate it.
Get the dap up.
Yes, sir.
Hey, zoom in on that dap
Yes,
up,
sir.
baby.
Alright.
Oh,
Oh wait, what was the handshake? We had a handshake,
we?
didn't we?
I don't even know.
Is it something like that? I don't
But
know. But
well,
yeah.
yeah. Well, that has been a great episode of the Savior podcast. This is weird to do like when I'm not in front of my computer. What's my outro actually? But yeah, great episode again. Follow all his links. Listen to his album, stream it, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you find your great music, because this is another artist that you want to listen to. Miguel, aka Miggo. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Man.
Well, amen.
Amen. All right, bro. Dude.